All right, Michael. What are we doing today?
We're doing wiring today. So all the hardware is in now, and now it's time to plug it all in so it all talks to each other. I've gone ahead and done a little bit already because wiring is pretty boring and hard to film, and like I said many times before, you guys don't want to see me just using Scotch locks on everything. So today we're going to spend some time just sorting out the wiring. So let's get into it.
So I did my little bit of wiring. I just plugged that in.
That's Nathan's efforts for wiring. That's alright. Nathan's going to be in the MIG today, so we're going to split up today because we've got a little bit to do today and we don't have a lot of time. So we're hoping that we can get this started by the end of the day, but if we don't, we don't. I don't want to rush this thing at all. So, what are we doing today? Let's get this.
Why don't you explain what you've already done, Michelle?
Yeah, alright. Let me get this.
And then we'll go over to the book and explain the wiring. Explain the wiring.
So wiring in this thing is pretty basic for what we're doing. Like we said before, you can make this really complicated and run heaps of different accessories off this computer. And the throttle body, not a carby, as everyone keeps reminding me.
Is it just a throttle body though? Because fuel is getting fed down it. On a throttle body, it's just a blade that opens and shuts.
Someone was telling me...
I'm not arguing with anyone here, but this is my curiosity.
Someone said it was a TBI, throttle body injection.
Okay, there you go. That sounds better. Yeah. TBI. We'll continue with the TBI.
So because we're not worrying about running the timing or anything off the Sniper, the wiring's pretty simple. It is something like 5 or 6 wires. It's pretty easy. I'll give you a quick demonstration here with this lovely pamphlet that I have here. So the only wires that we really need to worry about is power to the battery, power to the fuel pump, power to ignition switch, and coil input. That's pretty much it. Nothing else here really gets used. The only thing that we are going to use and set up is we're going to get it to run the thermo fans. So the way that it does that is one of the wires you can run out of it can just act as a trigger to turn on your thermo fans. So we're going to do that because previously to this I had like the Craig Davis fan controller in it, which works fine, but if I can run it off that, and now it can be adjustable because I'm pretty sure you could just do some computer things and change the temperature they'll come in, why not? The fuel pump wire I've already ran too. I've run this through the car, goes into the cabin here, follows along the sill and then pops into the back of the boot over there. And I haven't plugged it in yet, but the wires ran. I'll do that later. So this wiring loom here is basically the be all and end all of the Holley Sniper.
Wait, is that all it is?
This is everything to run it.
You said 3 hours.
Because I'm going to make it harder. This here is basically the power for the whole unit. You can see it's already got a fuse in it. And this here is the relay for the fuel pump, which would already have the wire that goes to the fuel pump. You'll notice I have cut that because I'm going to basically cut this here and extend it into my own fuse box. You know the box that I was talking about?
I'm just looking at how easy this thing is. I could wire this.
So this is the fuse box that I'm going to run. I only really honestly have 3 fuses and 3 relays that I need to run, but I want to make it neat and I want to make it pretty. So I'm going to run it into this. I just got this off eBay. It seems to be pretty good. That just plugs into there, right? That's my entire wire length, right? And yeah, I could
okay.
tuck that in there and it would be fine, honestly.
I see it now.
You see what I mean? But I don't want my relays there. I want my relays there. In this box. Hidden in here. Anyway, it's all I'm doing is extending it and moving over to there. And in that fuse block, I'll also run my relay for my thermo fans and I'll also run the relay for the ignition signal for the Holley. That's pretty much as complicated as today's going to get for me as far as wiring goes. I need to pull the battery out so we can mount that. So we'll probably start that now and we'll get stuck into it, I guess. This is going to look legit, like with the fuse box right next to the battery.
And once I paint it, looks good.
Paint it, of course.
What do I need now? I need a bolt, a nut and bolt. I was about to say a bolt and nut. No one says that.
A bolt and nut, yeah. But that's like, say, do you say fork and knife or knife and fork?
But does the egg come before the chicken?
Well, that's
hey,
the
wait,
question.
Is that the question? Is that the thing?
Well, it could be chicken before the egg.
That's it. Yeah.
First.
Or does the nut go before the bolt? Or does bolt go before the nut?
Who knows?
All these questions. That's it. So it'll mount like that.
It'll look legit, eh?
Yeah, I might as well not bolt this in. That way you can run all your wiring to this and you can take this in and out.
Yeah.
Because it's easier, isn't it?
Yep, 100%.
So I will do the other side, paint it. I'll clean all this up. I'll wire wheel it a bit, paint it, and should be golden.
You happy?
I'm happy.
That's good.
The inside just deserves that. You don't even see this. I don't even know why I'm doing this. Alright, done. Tray's done. Now it can hang to dry. This is the other thing I like to hang. I don't like to hang my washing.
So the power to the whole vehicle basically run off this for the past 15 years and probably the 30 years before that as well too. And you can see it's pretty cruddy and crappy, which has been fine for the carby application, but now that we're going TBI, and now it needs to have a computer and stuff in it, obviously I want to make sure that it's getting the best electrical signal as possible, or no crappiness to it. So I'm going to replace the starter motor wire with just a heavier gauge and just clean it up, mainly because I got a new tool that crimps stuff really well and I want to play with it. That's really the only reason why. While I'm doing this, Nathan is actually going to look at the fuel tank again, because I decided that I'm going to pull the fuel tank out and we'll show you why.
So while Michael's working on the wiring, I'm going to fix the fuel tank again. So a few people commented saying, why don't you just tilt the tank? That was our original idea, and we never really looked into it because we just assumed that, well, the filler neck's going to be all on a piss. So now we looked into it, it's actually probably not a bad idea. Now we don't have to create a box over the fuel pump. We can simply just make a plate with a few nutserts, some foam tape. You wouldn't even know it's there once the carpet and house insulation is over it. So now it's like completely flush. Nothing's hitting. You know, we definitely got a lot more clearance between the floor and our fuel line. What we're gonna make is a taper, a bit of steel, like I think it's 20 mil.
Yep.
And then we're gonna taper it just so the whole tank is sitting on something. You could block it there and then put a little block there, but then the center of the tank, it's going to be pushing down on those 4 points.
Yeah, so we're making a
So we're going to make a nice little taper. We'll just do a few tacks to the floor, and then that's it. So it'll tilt the tank down, and then we'll just simply create a plate to cover it.
Yeah, because we have a block in there at the minute, which I fitted up last night just to test the theory. And it does work, but it also, you can see it's actually dinting the tank a little bit, like it's point loading it. We don't really want that. And you can see the filler neck actually didn't turn out too bad. It's obviously a bit higher than what it would normally be.
Once we bring the front down a little, it should center up again, really.
Yeah, so Nate's going to play with that while I...
play with that. Hey! Sparks are shooting against the wall and going down my back.
There's a box. Oh, it needs to go up here. Good work.
That's bloody
Jigged up, ready to go.
I can't see shit!
You need a light?
That's right. That's it, done. Painted, the wedges are welded in. I just did 3 welds on each side. It's nothing structural, it's literally just the spacer. So we can put the tank back in now.
Hopefully for the last time.
Yep, and then nip it in the butt and move forward.
Sounds good.
So I'm making up the battery cable at the minute because I want to redo it. So I've got this nice thick stuff, which you can see the difference in the wire that I was using originally compared to what I am going to run. Should be much better. So that's gone, but I'm pretty excited because I got a new tool. This arrived yesterday. A hydraulic crimping tool. This has been something that I've wanted for a long time because I've just used the manual ones before this, and they work fine, quite honestly, but this should work a lot better. I haven't used it before, so this will be the first one. You guys get to come with me on the...
Is it the right size?
On the new test. I've already set that up. So I sit that on there, and then I pump it up. Ooh.
Is that the right size?
Yep. I think you just go 35 because that says 35 on the terminal.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh! Oh my god, it's beautiful.
Oh wow, that's actually nice.
Oh, that is so much better than what I have been using. That looks so much better. I'm so happy with that. I've wanted one of these for a long time. I love new tools. How good are new tools? So I'll plug this in and I can start
Actually doing some wiring.
Today.
Yeah.
This is becoming a mess. I really should have like drawn a diagram up before I started this. I just went gung ho and now I'm like, where am I going to put everything and what's going to do what? But that's okay. 85 is the blue wire. And that becomes my blue wire there.
So where are you at? What's left?
I've just got to finish up this relay here, which is just replacing that, and then I just got to finish up the relay for the ignition switch.
Yeah.
And then basically I'll put plugs in it, sit that in, and then run everything to it. So we're not too far off, to be honest.
Beautiful.
I was thinking what you could do is maybe if you want to start looking at running the wire in for the
for the screen.
So it's just that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Chrome it long enough for that.
Yeah.
And basically it'll pop inside the center console and have it so you can coil a bit, so if you want to pick it up you can grab it out. We'll probably mount this in the center console like up against it or something like that.
Maybe just double-sided tape it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to screw into the console.
Yeah, and then just sit in there and pull it out when you need it.
Yeah. Are you about to drill in my console?
Yeah.
It has to be done.
It has to be done.
You feel bad about it, don't you?
I do. I really do. I really didn't want to do it, but Michael said, do it.
Doesn't feel good, does it?
No.
Oh well. Once it's done, it's done.
I'm going to mount it on the side like that because then you can pop it up and out. If you go at the back, you can't pop it up and out.
Good point. Well
So
played,
I'll
sir.
just go right there, run the wire through, bada bing, bada boom. Michael's going to be driving along, he's going to be like, oh, the car's running really good, I wonder how good it's running. Like the old people. Oh yeah, it's running really good, yeah, no, beautiful. So that's it, it's mounted. Nice, easy to pull out. You wouldn't even know, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's the idea.
Alright. So, well, Nathan fiddled around everything else and did some good work, Nathan. You thought I was going to be smart ass then, didn't you? You did a lot of good work, actually. So while Nathan's been busy doing that, I've basically been busy making up a fuse block type thing. Fans, fuel pump, and ignition. So obviously we need fans relay, obviously we need a fuel pump relay, which is already in the wiring link with the Sniper. Like we said, we're moving it. And the ignition relay is just basically because I'm just going to tee into, I think I can tee into where the positive goes to the coil, because that never loses power even when you're cranking. So I'm just going to tee into that, put it into the ignition, and then that ignition will then go into the Sniper. The only reason why I'm putting a relay in is just because I want to take the load off that wire going to the coil. I don't want to be running both things and be under a lot of load. So that's really it. But she's ready to go in now, so we can start moving ahead, which is good because the sun's getting pretty low.
No one gets that joke.
There's a light there.
But your head should be getting lower.
I know. So that's where it's going to sit, nice and neat in there. And now I just need to figure out where all this is going to go to. So I've labelled everything to try and make it as easy as possible. But first things first, I'm the realist. Secondly, I need to put the battery back in to figure out where I'm going to mount this sucker up to.
You're going to have a lot of montage of you wiring.
I just got to think about this for a second. Alright, so we're getting really close now. And the only other thing I'm doing now is running the wire for the thermo fans.
So this plug normally has like 7 wires or something in it, and all I did was just de-pinned it and pulled them out, just so I've only got the one. I only need one. I'll probably run it the same way that I've run this, across to here, to my fan trigger. Hopefully it's gonna reach. And we should be very close to doing it. Nathan is wiring up the fuel pump plug, and we're getting there. We're getting there. So here's a lesson for anybody playing at home when it comes to wiring. Never cut your wires too short. In this case I was very lucky because this wire and this wire literally the exact amount that I would have. So that was a fluke and a half, but that couldn't have been annoying. Oh, sometimes you win some.
Alright, that's it. Michael's finished all the wiring.
It's messy.
Not, at the moment it's not, we haven't put any conduit over it or hidden it and that, so we're going to do that later, but right now we just want to find out if everything works.
Yeah.
So what we're firstly going to do is run the fuel through to flush the system out, and then what we're going to do is plumb that, put that back on. We know that we've got fuel, and then there's a lot of setting up to do on the actual Holley itself. Well, not a lot, I think there's a few things.
Yeah.
So then we'll sit there with you and run through what we've got to do, and then hopefully we'll get a first fire.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
And we got time as well too, because the timing will be.
The timing might be slightly out, but I don't see it as a big concern as to it shouldn't fire. So that is it.
Yeah. Fuel's going in the fuel tank for the first time. I hope she don't leak. Woo, I am nervous. Battery is on. Lovely. How good does that look in there? Instructions. Instructions.
Let's just see if it lights up first, eh?
Yeah. Do not attempt to start the vehicle until you're told to do so in the instructions below. Alright, so first thing to do, select the wizard from the main menu. 511, there it is, that one there. Next. Number of cylinders, 8. Next. 10. A little bit more than that. But it's way down the list. Look how high it goes and look at ours. Right down.
Wow.
That's almost comical, isn't it?
Yeah.
Target idle speed, we reckon we'll go for
800.
800 to begin with. Just go 730, see what happens, because I think we can adjust that
Yeah,
afterwards.
it's all adjustable.
Next. So
Cam
this
type?
is cam type.
Yep. Oh, definitely race.
I'm stock. Unfortunately, no nitrous in this thing. It's a coil negative is what we're using. Please cycle the ignition to complete operation. Okay, before starting the vehicle, verify that all sensors are reading properly. To do this, please turn the key on and off and back on. You should hear the pump going. We haven't done that yet, so.
Yeah, all good. That's it, kill it. That's a lot of fuel.
Is it?
Yeah. Holy shit, wow. That fired instantly. Is it coming down? That was instant. Yeah. Hey. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it didn't work. That's better. Yeah, really opens up.
I cannot believe it.
Okay, right, ready?
Oh, look at the fuel.
Ah, there you go. Oh, no, it's the screw, that's why. Back on that screw. Crack it.
Yeah, okay. Just hit it with a hammer.
Air filter, where is that?
I can't get over it.
Are you happy?
Well, look, it's only just started, but hey, we got it to work. Everything seems to work. Well, I need to figure out where the fans are going to come on yet, but oh man, I'm blown away. I cannot believe that. One of my biggest concerns that I had was apparently I had a few people tell us that a dual plane manifold is not going to work with this setup because
the EFI, basically it sprays randomly around or something, and it won't distribute the fuel evenly at idle and stuff like that, so you might have missing and hesitation. We won't really know until it's tuned, but so far it sounds okay. Like, it sounds pretty good to me. It's very reactive, like boom, boom, it's very snappy. I did buy a spacer preemptively because I'm impatient and wanted to have a solution before I even had the problem to put in under there to make an air gap, but I don't know if we're going to need it just yet. Ideally I don't want it because I want to keep it looking stock and low, but man, I am blown away. What about you, Nate?
I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. It fired instantly, didn't it?
Yeah. We're not going to be able to get it out today for a drive because we're running out of time, but this is probably a whole episode anyway as it is. We'll probably save the episode because we still need to fiddle with it and make everything nice and neat before we can drive it anyway. We sort of rushed everything to try and get it
fired up
today because we were just too damn excited. But man, that's impressive. That's bloody impressive. Alright, well, we've had a successful first start up. It's not starting now. The reason why it's not starting now is I think we didn't quite read the instructions properly. And I think we were supposed to let it run for a little while longer than we did to let us figure itself out, and we didn't. We turned it off and tried to start a few more times, and we think we've just flooded it basically. So we just pulled a plug. It's looking pretty black and pretty gunked up. We've run out of time today anyway. We really can't go much further than this, so we're going to pack the shed up, let this sit for a little while, and probably look at it again tomorrow or the day or next week or something like that, just to try and figure it out. There's still like the whole setup that we need to go through and figure it all out, but honestly, the way that it started up initially, it's impressive and it's really responsive. Like, it feels like it's going to be really responsive, so we'll see what happens. I need to read through the instructions properly, not after I've spent a whole day trying to get my head around wiring and a little bit confused at the same time. But
he skipped page 75 again.
Yeah, I skipped a couple of pages again. I got a little bit too excited. But looks like it's going to work. Sounds awesome. Just need to figure it all out now and go from there. So next episode, hopefully you'll see us figuring all that out, I suppose.
Cleaning up the wiring.
Clean up the wiring.
Taking it around the block.
Go for a run around the block. Sorry we didn't get to do that in this episode, but we're just running out of time for this weekend. So that'll be the next episode, hopefully.
So, before we wrap up today's video, we've just hit a milestone last night or yesterday, the other day.
Yep, we did.
It's not 10,000, but it's 8,000, and that's pretty good.
8,000 YouTube subscribers.
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought it?
So we thought we would do a little bit of a giveaway for this.
We want to say thank you to you guys, obviously, for the support, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here doing what we're doing today. So,
well, this build has definitely been built around instructions, and we haven't been reading the instructions.
And that's caught us out today because she won't start in a minute, but we'll get there. We'll get it started again. We've just got to read the instructions again. So
instructions.
Word of the day is instructions. Oh, hello, Loki. You've come in to say hello.
If you comment the word of the day, we'll pick one lucky person. We'll get this pack, this Burson pack right here, and 5 others we'll give we'll send the sticker pack out to. Which the people for Twisties in last week's episode will send you a message to the winners.
So yeah, so we thought we'd say thank you by sending out them to 5 lucky subscribers and people who comment. Instructions.
So these word of the days are just reminding us things.
Yeah, they're just reminding us.
Like we checked the microphone this morning.
We did check the microphone this morning. By the way, too, up on the website now, you can also buy sticker packs now. Get 3 for the price of a couple or whatever it is now. But we'll put it on sale, I reckon, and check that out because it's get yourself a bunch of Hackshop stickers. It goes a long way to help us, and you can also put them on your ride or put them up on your toilet or your shed wall, anything. Take a photo as well too and send it to us, and we'll put it up on the social medias as well too. Spread the word. Bursons have kindly given us a pack here to give away to one of you guys. I love the mug.
The mug is the best part.
Yeah. Oh no, this is good. I like the...
No, the bag's cool. So the bag has like Burson, XCD clutch, KYB, shock absorbers, NGK and NTK.
Yeah, definitely worthwhile, guys. And like I said, we just want to say thank you to you guys for the support because it's honestly been amazing. We're blown away. But on top of this, we have a bit of a challenge for you guys. When I was talking to the Burson Garage guys about setting this up and doing this giveaway, which we're thankful that they've given us this little merch pack here, they challenged us. And I said, you know what? If you get 200 new sign-ups to Burson Garage by this time next week, we'll give away not only this, but they'll also let us give away this. How good are these benches? This is a 32-piece 3/8 drive metric socket set, along with a 1/4 drive hex set, and a couple of stickers and hats and stuff like that too. So, what I need you guys to do to make this happen,
You gotta hit the description.
in the link in the description, jump over to the website, Burson Garage, click that link in the description and sign up. It's all free, it'll take you 2 minutes. The website is definitely worth signing up for, guys. If you guys can hit 200 sign-ups, which I'm sure you can because we believe in you, we'll be able to give this away to a lucky subscriber. Anyway, I guess that's it for this episode.
Instructions and sign up.
Yeah.
Follow our instructions and sign up.
Until the next episode, we'll see you then. I don't know if it's going to be this or something else. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it's this or another episode.
We'll see how we go because it needs some tuning.
Need some tuning.
And we're not too good on the this bloody bag keeps falling.
Alright,
I'm just hold it.
Until then, guys, we'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next episode.
I can hear rattling. Why can't I hear rattling?
I'm not painting anything, I swear to God.
Yeah.
This one sounds good.
Do you just come here every now and again just to rattle the cans? just to get you fixed?
There's a deeper note.
You know how they sometimes they do like the taste test with, they give you like a glass of Coke and a glass of Pepsi and they go, can you pick between the two?
Yeah.
I feel like you could pick between the brands of spray paints just by the rattle. It's a fly.
Funnily enough, a week after I bought this, the Skid Factory used the exact same one and Al said it was really good. So that's good for us. It's okay for Al, it's great for us.
Ral.
For Al.
Wait, didn't we put one in the HQ as well?
Yes, we did. We
Yeah.
ran one in the HQ.
This is how you know it's a big job cutting, because Nathan never puts gloves on. It's getting serious when the gloves come out.
Yeah, he's actually right. Yeah,
Chris.
I'm going to take the battery out, just so I feel like I'm doing something today.
You're going to do all the... You're fabricating today.
Yeah, I'm fabbing today.
You're on fab today.
That's true. I'm on fab day. And I wore my fab jumper.
You
'cause
always
it has a million holes
with
in
all
it.
the holes in it.
You're still not going to put the welding jacket on, are you? What's the...
This is my welding jacket.
Completely flammable and ruins a nice Hackshop hoodie. Will say though, if you want to know how you can like rough up our Hackshop hoodies, Nathan wears this all the time and gives no care, and he's only got 2 or 3 holes in it so far.
If you want to get one of these jumpers, head over to the website.
Shirt's coming soon. I'm currently doing the R&D for one.
I love how we're doing R&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put research and development into those shirts.
Yeah.
We don't just buy them and sell them.
Yeah.
We wear them. Make sure that they are scratch proof, heat proof, poke proof, flame proof.
They're not any of those things, but we're just... So, it looks like a bit of a mess at the minute, but we're getting there. The good thing is, I have an audience today. Just
I finished mine.
just watching me. Like,
I got no more jobs I can do.
like, hurry up. Like you're going to school.
Yeah, every kid in school used to
Tap the thing.
the door.
It's a good backpack though.
It's actually a really good backpack. I love the black on black embroidery.
Yeah.
Embroidery. And Piglet. What's his name off Looney Tunes? Oh, you don't watch Looney Tunes.
Oh man, I just want to hear this start again. We'll figure it out. At least we got to start. We got to fire.
No leaks. It's bloody beautiful.
In typical fashion, everyone's just going to have to wait until we get tuned.
Yeah, exactly right. Soon, everything's going to be tuned at like once. We're going to have like 5 tuning videos.
Yeah.
We're going to get the patrols on the dyno, everything. Alright.
Let's pack up.